About how I blew my speaker out. Dang. I think this gain. Hold on, my gain's way too hot. Alright. Yeah. I think that works. That's so annoying. I can't have both on. It's like I can either have the microphone or the amp on, not both. So that's the game I gotta play in here. I could wear headphones. It's just fun to feel like I'm playing a real amp again. But this sounds a lot better. Holy smokes. Dang, this is what y'all are listening on? This is way better than what I heard here in the room. Hang on, we got Space Trooper on. I need to turn that off. Boston, I wish you would move, son. Watch out, buddy. My dog's like right my way. He's like, "Oh, you're trying to use that, Dad?" Nah, dog. How is the audio? You guys should have it in stereo. I'm gonna do some looping. Just a looping. Dude, check this out. I gotta pull it up on the computer. I can't read that. Let me see. Oh, and I can make it where it's side by side with Ableton. Because I do have Ableton pulled up. This is actually going to be nice. I'm a fanboy right now, bro. Straight up. All right. Let me see. I was hoping to do some recording. That idea that I opened up with. Audio's good. Yeah, I just can't have it directly from the Toolmaster Pro. Oh, what? Don't do me like that. Let me see. Ableton said, I will not play with that app. Where'd it go? Hang on. I think they have to be side by side, and you can't like reframe it. It freaked out on me. And how do I put the chat down low? Yeah, if I had like a streaming setup, that'd probably be a better fit, but I don't. But I got it pulled up on here now. Now I can read. It's just I was kind of hoping I could do something else, but this will be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking about recording this idea tonight. I just can't really figure out where I want to take it, but this is kind of like the main idea. Oh, it's a B minor there. And I was thinking about taking it up an octave. But it sounds pretty neat. You a Skinner fan? That's my favorite band of all time. I love that song. Oh, that was all Skinnerd. That song is so don't ask me about my business. Man, these are new strings and I can tell. I've been playing on some old strings on my Strat, and I finally got around to changing the strings. I hate working on floating trims, but I finally did it. But man, you can tell a difference between new strings. I definitely prefer broken in strings now, at least on my Strat. On my Les Paul, I think I prefer new strings, but I think that's because of string tension. There's a longer neck. Let's see. I kind of want to play some math rock, man. Let me show you the stuff I've been practicing. I kind of just want to practice for a little bit, and then I want to steal some of these ideas and write with them. But a band that I'm absolutely obsessed with, if you didn't know already, is Chan. Let me see. How do I pull back the comments here? Can you hear my dog drinking water? I think I hear that through my headphones. He's drinking from the toilet. He has a nice water bowl, but that boy just prefers the toilet. Oh! Okay. Sorry. Oh, man. Man, I want to get this so clean. I've been working on my sweep picking, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm committed. Oh, hang on. I gotta change the output. Let me see. Where is that at? 1 minute. I'm gonna be sweeping everything I do, bro. You're gonna be like, dude, where'd that come from? I'll be like, this is all I do. Why does it not have the Toolmaster Pro connected? Oh, because I disconnected it. Hold on. I gotta rewire this. I did this when I was trying to get that hard drive to work. Okay, I think that was the one. Oh yeah, broken in strings where it's at. Yeah, people. I don't trust people who like Floyd Rose. It's like, man, you choose punishment? What? And some people do. Some people say, yes, punish me. Give me that Floyd Rose. I hate being in tune. It sucks. I'd much rather be out of tune. I'd much rather have really complicated string changes. I'd much rather have a really complicated guitar setup. That's just what I really enjoy. Just throw my cans down. Oh, it is. Let's go. And then that's why people buy Floyd Roses. But for me, no thanks, homie. No thanks. Nah, I will say this. I did get one good Floyd Rose, and it kind of sucked trading it. But I'm someone who likes to change tunings a lot. I don't do it a lot on the Strat. This is my first like floating bridge that I'm actually committed to. But most of the time, I don't play floating bridges because I can't stand, you know. Yeah, it is in my hands. I'll beat the shit out of you with this. No, I'm just kidding. I can see it. You having a good night, BTMB band? I know Tyler is. These hands are rated E. This guitar is rated E for everybody. Everybody. A lot of Wonderwall. This is a song called Perfect Pillow by a band called Chan that I've been learning. It's like this like nerd vein of guitar called math rock. But I'm trying to master this style and write in this style. So this is a song I've been learning. I don't know. I haven't played it yet tonight, so this might just be a disaster. But either way, this is what I've been learning. Let me see. Whoa! I need to warm up. Hold on. This is really picking my brain. This is what I do beat. Oh, I should have done before it came on. Let me go through my warm-up phase. Alright, let me try that again. Again, I'm working on this song. I don't have it down, but it's just embarrassing, so I gotta get a win. This is called Perfect Pillow by Sean. That's crazy. There's a drum fill here. Yeah, that's because I only have the guitar profiles of this. I don't have an actual cover. This is just MIDI. But that is the name of that song is "A Perfect Pillow" by Chan. It's like this is the most difficult stuff I can play, and even then, I can't really play it consistently yet. Like I had to stop and warm up. I guess that's the trick with this type of music is like I have to warm up a specific way, and even then, it's like this is pushing, still pushing. But I'm learning this, and I'm learning some Polyphia stuff too. Polyphia is really hard. Their approach is just so different from anything I've ever seen. But Chan is what I love. What I'm trying to do is oh, thanks, man. What I'm trying to do is blend this style with this guy named Tycho, and that's what I want to put out. Oh, by the way, for those that are watching, I've got 7 tracks coming out next week, so I don't really care about pre-saves. I know I probably should, but if you wouldn't mind, if you're on Spotify or whatever, if you wouldn't mind following me, that'd be great. I'm Damion Andy everywhere, but there. Next week's project is it's more of like a mental success for me, and I mean I love the tracks. All the tracks are on there. I've written about 30 songs in the past, and I just like my idea was I just wanted to pick my 7 favorites and just put them out. Because I don't know, people were asking for it, so I just said it's fine. But what I want to do for this next, so the music's kind of all over the place. Because I do, I'm in school, I'm learning how to compose, and I'm also doing my own guitar thing. So you're going to hear a blend of me trying to find the sound of where I'm at now. And I try to layer the tracks in a way where it kind of makes sense if you listen to it. And then the last song I listened to is the song that I wrote for oh man, Blood Moon, you made me blush. I appreciate you. Dang, well, that algorithm's doing its job. We're finding my people. That's what I love about doing these YouTube live streams. Well, I am just honored you think I'm a great player, Rodrigo. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I've got 7 songs coming out next week. I think that, and I feel like every artist, I don't know, I'm new to artistry, so y'all are just seeing like me being a little baby, learning all this stuff. Like, whoa, what? Just wowed by everything. I hope I never change. Honestly, I love music. Music is so magical to me. Every time, like I was talking with Tyler here, the Eagles Rage, before coming on live, and man, I just have like childlike excitement exploring this stuff in my 30s. Know any jank? I don't know what that means. But anyway, 7 tracks coming out next week. Tell me more about my learning journey. Okay. Damn, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. I guess I'll tell you my story if you want to hear it. I'm an Italian, so I can talk your ear off. You gotta let me know when I talk too much. But yeah, for me, I'll give like a little bit of inspiration, and I'll kind of just tell my story. It's definitely a fun journey. Hell yeah, I'm a writer, mostly poems. I just got into poems. I watched this show called Shogun, and it was showcasing Japanese culture. And apparently, in Japanese culture, like poetry is just something that's cool to do. And I love the like. I already speak to my wife in riddles. Sometimes I feel like because in the artistry world, when I get into this head state of writing, I'm just creative. So, anyways, I feel really inspired. I've been writing poems, so that's badass. I'd love to read some of your work. If you were on Instagram, find me. Let me see. I'm a writer, mostly poems, but I write music. Hell yeah. That's all about having fun. Yeah, I'll tell you my story, Rodrigo, and then I'll tell you what I practice now. Technically I've been playing guitar since I was 11. All right, I was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." Anyways, I picked up guitar and RuneScape and skateboarding. That was pretty much my identity until like high school. And I was always in band. I was really big into it. And then I graduated high school. I went straight into the Marine Corps. And I was that guy that like found guitar on deployment. Like there was a guitar on deployment that I bought. And I always had a guitar around me, but I wasn't like I wouldn't call myself a musician. Like at that point in time, I don't know. I wasn't really playing in bands. I was just a bedroom guitar player. And then when I got out of the Marine Corps, I went to school at Clemson University for engineering, and I had a guitar with me, but I really didn't play it as much as I do now. And then COVID hit. When COVID hit, it slowed down the world, and I was studying computer science. So I was gone all the time. Sorry, I'm looking up here because this is where I read your comments versus my camera's right here. Um, when COVID hit, obviously we have more time laying around. I'm a software engineer working remote. I mean, how old am I? I just turned 30. So Uh, Young and Prime. Dude, that bug zapper's still going out. Yeah, so I really got back into guitar during COVID when I had more time, and I had just been practicing every day. The way that kind of fell back in love with it is I was on Reddit on RPAN. On Reddit on RPAN, I was watching this guy play, and dude, he was just like people would give him a request, and he would just play it, and he could just sight read it. I just thought it was the coolest thing. So I asked, I wish I could remember his username. But I asked him, like, dude, how do I get to where you're at? I want to play like that, where I can just play whatever I want. And the best piece of advice he gave me was, he's like, do your practicing, and then if you practice for like an hour a day, then jump on live stream and just fell your way through it. So for every day for like 3 years, I've just been sight reading music, and I started off on RPAN on Reddit. It was crazy. I have 38 million views total from Reddit. And dude, I sucked, bro, but I kept hitting that front page because I was consistent, and I would just talk about it, and I would just say what I was doing. Then they shut down RPAN. I jumped over to TikTok, and same thing. It's just a practice routine, and I kind of got two practice mindsets now. I don't practice as much as I should, so I'm sure I could probably be a lot better than what I am now. Because Blood Moon, some people say, well, I shouldn't have been live streaming. I should have just been practicing, and that's probably true. I wish I would have practiced more, but I think it also depends on your goals. I was learning how to entertain, and I really got bit by the music bug. Well, yeah, so that's all during COVID when I started doing it. But also, like, when I was a software engineer, really when I decided to kind of go all in and change my approach. Sight reading is when you've never seen the music before and you just pull it up. And I read a blend of tablature with standard note notation. So it'll tell me, like, right now, the B section is the third fret and the fourth fret, and it gives me, like, note duration. I think that's just the best way. I can read both. I just prefer this. It's faster. Um, for me, at least. Maybe some people will be like, well, you just need to practice some more. But yeah, same. See, I think it's gonna be a common thing. Hold on. Ain't no laws this Friday night, y'all. I'm a bachelor this weekend. My wife's at a medical conference. Yeah, well, let me continue that thought, Blood. I finished college. I have a degree in computer science. I worked at a couple of companies. I worked at Amazon for a bit as a machine learning engineer, and then I decided to I interned at Amazon. When I graduated, my first job out of college was working as a game engineer, and I worked on like a really popular horror game. It includes like a little teddy bear. I was an engineer for one of the many like short circuits they ran. I think it was Dreadbear, but it was miserable. I hated it. The boss was a dick, and it's two different. You have like game art studios, and then you have like the engineering company they outsource to, and a lot of like smaller games. I'm sure it's different at AAA games. I just wasn't at a triple. I wasn't at Ubisoft. And it was basically like the classic story, man. They treat you like shit. At least where I was at, I was treated like shit. I was overworked, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was there for like 6 months, not even 6 months. I was probably there for 4 months. In my 4 months time, I was probably on 5 different projects. Each project was a different platform. And while it was fun to do that for work, it was also stressful to do that for work because it's like you got to really learn this stuff. You can't just play video games and be like, yeah, no, you got to like program, and each game engine, I was jumping between Unity, Nintendo, and Unreal, all of them. You got to know all of them. It's kind of ridiculous. But anyways, Marines were killed for my unit on a Friday or on a Thursday. Because remember, I did 5 years in the Marine Corps. Um, Marines were killed for my unit on a Thursday. I took a mental health day Friday. I went into work Monday. I got fired Tuesday. When that happened, I kind of hit like rock bottom. Didn't really know like I didn't know what I was gonna do, dog. I kind of had survivor's guilt. I know it sounds stupid to say, but I just did. Um, I started playing, and one of my followers at the time, I was streaming on Reddit, and one of my followers on there, she just told me, she's like, "Why don't you pursue music full time?" And I was just like, "Damn, I never really thought about it." Like, I don't know. I've always just been a bedroom guy. That's all I did was just bedroom guitar, and like I play some chords, play some Metallica songs, and that was like it. And Ebony Star, actually, her and I we went to a Metallica concert, so it's kind of full circle. But since then, my practice routine has changed. I did decide to go to school for music, so I'm back in school now. I'm getting ready to graduate, so that really helped force me in like to get back to like the technical question. It forced me to learn music theory, but before I decided to go take my first music class, I took a book by Steve Vai. It's called Viology or Vi Audiology. Um, it's basically Steve Vai teaches music theory, and that book got me through like my first four courses of like college theory. Like my theory courses were a breeze um because of Steve Vai. And then for practicing to get where I'm at now, what you don't see off camera is I'm doing a lot of sweep picking. I've been focusing a lot on my right hand, and depending on where you're at and what questions you have, I can give you specific stuff. But for what I'm doing right now, I'm really focusing on my right hand because my right hand is what's holding me back from doing really cool things like sweep picking, really fast, articulate phrasing. Most of that is in the right hand. Like most guitar players give their left hand so much focus and they forget about the right. So there's this good YouTube series. What's his name? Corey. I can't remember it, but it's basically this dude put together like a whole 10 series playlist that's so much fun to watch, all about picking. And he works on your alternate picking. So lately I've been doing stuff like and I teach too, so I make my students do exercises that I actually want to do, and I don't know, that's how I get my content. It's called like Rory something. Hold on, I'll find it and I'll drop it in the chat. It's really fun to watch and it's really educational. What was his name? Oh, Troy. Troy. Let me see. It's called Cracking the Code, I think. Hold on. I'm gonna drop a playlist. Oh yeah, that's the intro music. Look, we'll just listen to the. Well, I don't want to get dinged, but here it is. Here it is. That's the link for Rodrigo. All right, let me see. L says, if you could do it again or give someone advice, I still do it the same. What would I do differently? I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change a thing, dog. We're all on our own paths, and maybe I'm just getting wiser in my old age. But a book that's kind of been like my personal Bible is Zen Guitar by Philip Pseudo. And I mean, he's teaching Zen, so a lot of my ideas are coming from that Eastern philosophy standpoint, or Western, Eastern. Yeah, never eat sour warheads. Um, so I wouldn't change anything because it made me who I am today. But I guess the more important question would be like, what advice would I give younger me? Because I think about this a lot. I meditate quite a bit. And one meditation I like to do is I meditate to younger me and I give like younger me advice. And then I meditate to future me asking for advice. So I have this theory that might make me a madman or a wise man. I'm not sure yet. But I have this theory that if I keep doing this throughout my life, technically I'll probably be meditating back to me. So I think about this a lot, you know, like time is an illusion. But anyways, this is the nerd of me. I read a lot of philosophy. I'm a really big nerd that loves music. That's me in a nutshell. But the advice I would give younger me is just follow your interests, learn how to trust my intuition. I know these aren't like really practical things, but I told I'd say just follow your intuition because I don't want to spoil. Like I'm gonna pick on Tyler here. Tyler and I, the Eagles Rage. If you're not following him, make sure you're following him. He's a really good dude. He's a really good friend of mine now. And we play Valheim. Tyler, I created a new account. It's like you gotta experience it fresh, you know. You know, Tyler, you can't be bringing shit in from other servers. I'm still a little salty about this. I was like, man, we're gonna play this game together. Anyways, I say all that to say that you're on your own journey, man. If as long as you're following your gut and you're having fun, the rest will fall into play. And if it doesn't, then that's okay. That's just part of it. But if you want like some advice on things to practice, I would say just play as much music as you can. Play in a lot of different genres. And I'm also giving myself advice right now because I'm not the guitar player I want to be, but I'm on that path, you know. Like I play with some amazing guitar players, and because I play with some amazing guitar players, I'm hopeful. But I would also just say like learn other people's music because and I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because right now I'm in like this intense writing phase where all I do is write music. I don't really I don't really practice this stuff. I should though because this stuff makes me a better guitarist. And that's why I love doing these live streams. But if you can play a bunch of different music, it's like you understand the language of music. honestly. Like, I've been fortunate enough to study German in great detail, mathematics, computer programming, and now music. And I think that like math and music are the universal languages. So if you can speak English or any other language, you can learn math and you can learn music. So, but the only way you learn that language is by practicing a lot and practicing it in different dialects. Like the best thing I ever did is I used to think I was a metal guitar player only. So then um I played a lot of country, played in a country band. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Teach us something on the fretboard? I like all this philosophy though. I know Wonderwall. I think it's like imagine if I sucked at guitar and I just gave like all that great wisdom and then I was just like, anyways, here's Wonderwall. What a disappointment that would be. Yeah, that's how I did it. You got to figure out your own way. That's so funny. Teach you something on the fretboard? Oh, thanks, man. Oh. That's all I think of, man. He had me on a whole mood where that's all I sang. He asked for it. He started singing it. Wonderwall is ironically one of your favorite songs. Dang. Dang. Rodrigo, I'll say one thing that's really worth studying. Now I get back to nerd. Is diatonic theory. Like, seriously. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you, homie. Well, make sure you subscribe and you share my shit out. I got music coming out next week, bro. Yeah, diatonic theory. And I have a Patreon, so if you are interested, like I break this stuff down and I wrote a whole book on exactly what I'm talking about. I literally called it, what do I call it? Guitar theory for songwriters. And it's basically diatonic theory 101 and then showing you how to use certain things. Like I'll show you what kind of unlocked the fretboard for me. Because I do write mostly now. But first thing I did is I learned my sevenths. So, because I guess you could do cowboy chords. But it's definitely not nearly as fun as seventh chords. And like then you can be like a fancy Chon fanboy like I am. Be like, yeah, I know sevenths. And ninths. So, and you gotta study both voicing. So we'll do sevenths first. So C major 7. Right here, instead of doing a D minor 7, I do a minor 9. So I just highlight that E. And then we do E minor 7. Because you gotta, the way I think about this is like in any given key, well, this is for the people who know music theory right now. Your 2 and your 5 are obviously connected. So I kind of think of them in flip-flop. Like if I do a minor 9 in D, then I will always have a dominant whenever I move up. I don't know, a little pattern I notice when I'm writing. But then F major 7, G dominant, A minor, E diminished, C major, right? Once I learn that, the next thing is to keep in mind like your numbers. So, there's 2 ways of thinking of chord progressions. Some people, like, I like to think in terms of like a classical standpoint because my first instrument ever was the flute. I know, I'm a nerd. We highlighted that earlier. But some people will say like, also think in numbers. So if you know your 1, you know your 4, which is F major in C, and if you know your 5, those numbers are really important. So your 4 is F and your 5 is G, right? So now I'm going to show you how to write melodies in that. So if you learn that chord progression, here are the scales you can use to write. Any of these notes is probably going to sound decent. If not, move it around 2 frets and it'll sound great. And that's using the pentatonic scale. I don't know why guitar players like forget about the pentatonic. And maybe I'm just a melodic fanboy, but I love playing pretty music. That's kind of me in a nutshell. It's like really pretty, down-tempo, chill music. So this is how I did it. So in C major, the first minor or major pentatonic you can play is either C major, that's C major pentatonic, or you can play A minor pentatonic, which I'm convinced every guitar player knows this shape. If you learn that, and if you learn the second position of C major, so this is, I'm gonna show you how I think about this, but this is if we're in the 5 to the 10th fret, then the only other like shape, why flute? It's either we're hot or we're gay. We don't get the other. You know what I mean? You got to choose your battles. I choose to be hot. My wife. No, but anyways, so the second shape you know is pentatonic shape 2, and it goes like this. If you know that, those are the only 2 things you need to know, and I'm going to show you how to unlock the rest of the fretboard. All right? So that'll work, but that's kind of boring. Like if I'm doing something, like say I'm writing a groove that's like, let's not use G, let's go. You know, whatever. It might be weird to be like, that's fine, but that's not like the coolest thing. We want to be able to move it around, make it look flashy. Kind of there, and go. But if we look at our 4, which is F major, let's find F on the E string, 1st fret, 13th fret. If you play its relative minor, that typically works. So D minor pentatonic will also work in a key that's in C major. I'm not saying it's optimal, I'm just saying it works. And I'm saying the notes are legal. And even like the colorful note, because in C major, you're in any given key, the 7th isn't really a pretty thing. But if you flatten it, no one bats an eye. It's all right. You can play a B flat in C major. It'll be okay. And if you don't know what that means, that's fine. Just know that you can also play the pentatonic at the 10th fret. So that unlocks a lot of the fretboard for us. The last thing we need to remember is our 5. If we know what our 5 is, then we just unlock the fretboard. So the 5th, you know, and if you don't know, you just go C, D, E, F, G. Okay, G. G is relative minor. If we find G, 15th fret or 3rd fret, the 12 is relative minor. So that means E minor will work in C major. Oh, we just gotta be careful. Well, you're not going to play an F sharp in the minor pentatonic, so disregard. But so let me show you how that just unlocked the fretboard. All right, we're going to just play a game. If I'm in the open position, play that E minor pentatonic. If I'm on the 3rd, the 3rd fret, then you just play C major. Pick your notes. But really, you're probably gonna go from the open position to the 5th position. Then you got that A minor pentatonic. Then you want to be get a little twiddly diddly. We're not full up there yet, but that's in the 10th position, minor pentatonic. Then you just repeat, because now we're at the 12th fret. But I'm going to give you some parameters to make it sound not so in the box. And because I believe that if you want to be really creative, give yourself a lot of limitations. I'm drinking White Claw. No laws tonight. Straight free guitar lesson. Um, so the rule is do not use your A or your E string, and be sparingly with your D string. If you can remember that, you will trick a lot of guitar players to think you know a lot more than what you do. So what that means is the only thing that's really available is. And now we can make some interesting lines like. I don't know, I'm just messing around. Well, that's the whole idea, is like just mess around, figure out what you like. That's how I think about it, bro. Everything else, when you start learning modes and everything else, it's all the same stuff. It's just repackaged. They just repackage it and call it something fancy. But if you can think of it like that, that'll get you at least 80% of the way there. Then the rest is just like, have fun, figure it out. There you go, baby bird, I hope that helped. I don't know if it's the right answer. Oh, and you definitely know how to make a man blush. Good. Good, 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 good. That means I'm doing my job. That means if you're subscribed, you're getting your money's worth. Bingo. That's my why, bro. You know what my ikigai is? I know what it is now. I can tell you confidently. My ikigai is to compose music and to serve others by helping them find their sound. So, there we go. I hope you all are having a great night. Hey, I want you guys to play my game. I want everybody to let me know one thing in the chat you're grateful for tonight. Let's get some good vibes going. That makes everybody feel good. I want to know one thing you're grateful for. I'm excited. Man, this is a bop. I am in the process of finding my own sound. And it's fun from my perspective, boy. This is so much fun. When I hear this, I'm like, damn, that's me. And I'm just getting started. I love it. I'm just so full of joy. It's crazy. That's D'Angelo. Oh, hell yeah, Rodrigo. You're grateful to hear the waves outside your window? That's awesome, Brian. That sounds really relaxing. Well, you gotta stop procrastinating. Tomorrow, though. Tomorrow, we will stop procrastinating. That's awesome. Brian, you absolutely should. Brian, if you can create content, now's a great time to do a lot of teaching. I was talking to Tyler about this earlier today, but it's a great time to be a content creator. The hardest part is finding your voice, and my challenge to you is to keep it to 10 minutes or less. If you do that, this platform will, I don't know, that's how I've been able to grow so fast. I've only been doing YouTube since November, dog. But that's been the trick. And it's like to focus. Like, it kind of sucks now, because I can put out a video of something I'm super passionate about, and it'll get hardly any views. But if I put something out that's what I built my channel on, which is Tone Master Pro, the views are like, I can't even compare it to the other stuff I do. But I do both. So once you find your thing, it's like you got to serve your community, but you also got to serve yourself. And until you get big enough where you can just be like, I'm doing what I want to do. If you want to grow fast, at least. I don't know. That's how I've been doing it, dog. I hope that helps. And I hope that gives you some inspiration, Brian. I feel like I'm in church right now, and I'm giving a sermon, and I just wrote like my own, praise Jesus! Praise Jesus! You know what I mean? Sorry if I made you clip. You kind of like your job? Brian, you can do that right now, homie. Brian, I don't know what city you live in, but look up open jams. There's a lot of times where, at least here in Columbia, shout out to the Aristocrat here in Columbia, South Carolina. I think it's on Wednesdays. And then there's one at New Brooklyn Tavern on Mondays. But it's a judge-free zone for you to just get up there and do exactly what you just said. And I guarantee you your local town does it. And don't expect to do, like, don't be worried about doing everything. Just be worried about getting up there and, like, having fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fun place to do exactly what you just said. If you're nervous, if you go tell people it's your first time ever playing live, I promise you, it doesn't matter what you play. Everybody in that bar is gonna be cheering for you, because we all know what it feels like to get up there for the first time and just, like, do it. So I encourage you, Brian. And if you do it, come back to this channel and let me know. Orlando Bloom? Well, I love Pirates of the Caribbean. That's all I got. What does it sound like reverse? Whoa, this sounds kind of cool though. Oh, thanks, Zach. Dang, Zach. Dude. Here, let's hear it again. Reverse. Put a reverse, Terror! That's so trippy, man. That's what it feels like. Y'all having a good night? I feel like y'all are. But I always like to see it. Hey, thank you all for sharing earlier in the chat. I appreciate y'all. I need to show you guys a song that I've been, a song I've been sitting on for so long, but I can't finish writing it because I don't know what to do over the solo section. I really don't. The riff that I want to write over, I think it goes like this. I don't know if I want to strip it back and make it be like a. I don't know. I'm just riffing. Very 90s alternative. That makes sense. That is one of my influences. What up? Hey! I'm Damion. What's up? What's your name? What are you grateful for tonight? Everyone else in the chat played my game. Yeah, I play nines. I tried eights. Eights are too thin. Y'all want me to keep playing guitar like this? I gotta get another beer. That's the secret ingredient right now. It's a Friday night. I'll be right back. Wait, I'll play you a song that's coming out. Let me see. Let me go to the album. Let me go to the album. I have an album coming out next week. This is good promotion. Yeah, hit that like button. Dang, look at you, boy. Tyler, I'm gonna make you a mod of my stream. Let me see. How do I do it? Add as moderator. Boom. Oh, I'll make you a managing moderator. Yeah, I trust you. Save. My boy been upgraded. Thanks, Tyler. I'll do the same on your live stream. Let's just Make sure we don't get any like people who ruin the vibe, and I'll pay the same forward. Let me see. I'm gonna play you guys some stuff off the record that's coming out. Um, I'll talk about it. Then we'll go grab another beer because I gotta buy some time while I find it. But I have music coming out. I have it for the first, but I don't know if DistroKid will move at my timeline because yeah, the power, infinite power. But anyways, I put realistic because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just releasing music, right? But the reason why I'm doing this is because I've been growing, and a lot of my like I haven't put out songs in 2 years now. So I said, screw it. I'm putting a song out, or I'm putting an album out, and basically all of these songs that I'm putting out are like the songs I've written. They're the best songs that I've written in the past since I've decided to go to college. And now from here on out, I'm planting my flag. So it's like I'm getting this music off my hard drive, putting it out there, and from here on out, I'm gonna have at least for my next one, I'm gonna have like themes. So the first theme is gonna be like I want you to throw on this next record that I put out whenever you're ready to have a glass of wine or a beer, whatever your cup of tea is for relaxing. And I want you to put it on, play it at a nice tempo and good sound systems, and just chill, and vibe. You know what I mean? Dang, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'm just like so new to this artistry stuff that it kind of feels like I'm putting me out there, bro. Like, I hope you like me. If you're not, I'm still here. I ain't going. But the name of the song is called Relax. It's okay. So vibey. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Relax. It's okay. Hang on, I'm getting you a link too. Damn, why does this not let me? Hang on, I could probably do this. Let me see. URL shortener. I just want something quick. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Dang, you doing the work. My man said, "Oh, I'm a moderator. I'm working today." Dang, appreciate you, homie. This is a link to my Facebook post. If you want, you can follow me there. I'm kind of pushing all my socials because I'm trying to grow right now. But that's where you can save it. There's a bunch of stuff on there. Yeah, crazy. This one is this whole playlist is really for me just to get out of my head and start writing music, man. Like it's kind of nakedness putting music out. I don't know, for me at least. Like these are like my journals, you know. Oh, good. Help me keep growing, homie. Check this out. This song's called The Ritual. This is the opener. Yeah, it's sick. Sick. Bro, hold on, wait. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've always wanted to make a visual and audible. If I did, this would be great. Listen to me. Blood Moon. Blood Moon. Let me tell you about an idea that I've had that I have talked to my friends about because I love fantasy. I'm currently reading, I think it's called The Hunter, the Primal series. Um, Here's what I would love to do. Imagine a book that has like, man, you ever play board games? That'd be the best way to describe it. If you've played board games, you've heard exactly what I'm talking about. But whenever you're playing a board game, and I'm talking about like real board game, like I hosted a weekend where we did, this is like D&D type shit. But board games give you a lot more parameters, and it's not just in the hands of a dungeon master. So we're playing this game called Oathsworn, and Oathsworn is based. It's a dark fantasy thing, and you have your party. I don't want to ruin the story, but it's a dark fantasy like crazy game that's real. Like the combat system in it is like really complicated. And anyways, it has music to go with it. And see, in my mind, I'm a creative. When the book narration or the iPad, and dude, we had a guys' weekend, and I had it set up, bro. I had this coming out of like my Bose system, so everything was like really rich and filling up the whole room. We're on a big table. We're using my ping pong table in my living room, and this map is everywhere. So I'm immersed. And while they're like, while they're talking through what's going on, I'm just sitting there. My eyes are closed. I am watching a movie. It has music, like I'm so immersed in this world. Then it got me thinking. I was like, bro, why is there not like a whole industry of like narrated books like this? Like, imagine you take like the production of like Lord of the Rings and it's in a book format. Like, why is that not more popular? I would love that. I'd be like, oh, because I listen to music when I read, and I listen to fantasy music when I read. So, anyways, Blood Moon, keep me posted on your book. Follow me on Instagram. Reach out. Could be fun to do. At least like try like a chapter or something. Honestly, I got somebody else I need to reach out to. My buddy Logan Wilson. He has been like growing up best friend. He surprised me with this, bro. Logan, if he's watching, I know he doesn't watch these, but if he did, let's get a shout out. We were talking. I was sharing my music with him, and he's like, "Man, I didn't know you write music." Like, "Oh yeah, I'm all in." And we were just talking, and all of a sudden he brought it up that he was a writer. Listen, I've known this man my whole life, like basically since I was like 5 years old till now, and we both served in the Marine Corps together. We both been like just really close growing up, and I had no idea he was a writer. So he started sending me some of his work. Dude, this motherfucker can write. I told him like, dude, one of his short stories like blue balled me. I was like, dude, what else happens? You can't leave me like this. Like I just remember the way that he can just craft his words is how I hope to be on guitar with my music. But anyways, that's the link. Make sure you pre-save it. I would appreciate it. But if not, at least check it out. Damion Andy. Be kind of cool. I'm calling it the school years. So it's all about like music that I've been learning how to make. So I'm just sharing it. I own it. Might as well. If not, it's just gonna sit on a hard drive as school projects and stuff I've written then. Cause I'm so judgmental with my school, or not with my school, with my work.
Shut up! Cut it out!
I want to play one more song and then I'll play some more guitar. I kind of want to play my telly. I'm a bachelor this weekend, so this is my ideal Friday night, to be perfectly honest. It'd be better if we were in person, but I'll take what I can get. Um, this next song I wrote, it's called Thank You, George. One of my favorite, man, dude, we should have just done like a listening party. That I'm gonna host a live stream where I talk about each one of these songs and what was the inspiration. But I'll tell you now because I'm gonna repeat myself. Um, so this next song is called "Thank You, George." I would love to do narration on it, but let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. But anyways, this next song is called "Thank You, George," and I don't know if you have a favorite movie. I have a favorite movie. This movie I watched this movie when I was in probably 15. It's been my favorite ever since. It's called "It's a Wonderful Life." How about a jam? You're just chilling with your guitars now? Well, I've got an album coming out next week, so I'm kind of like hanging out. I was playing music. Now we're listening to the music that's coming out, kind of like a preview, because I'm not going to get dinged for it. Oh yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna do. As long as I don't get dinged for copyright. But if I get dinged for copyright, I still get paid, so that's okay. That's sick. I think you're still like a business dog. You gotta change that attitude. All right, so this song's called "Thank You, George." If you watch "It's a Wonderful Life," it came out. It's my favorite film of all time. It probably came out in what 1948, maybe early 50s, and it follows this main character George Bailey. And there's actually a cool story about George Bailey. In the movie, George Bailey is like he was the firstborn son. Whenever he's got big dreams in life that he wants to do. He wants to go to school, become an engineer, do all these things in life, and then his father passes away, and his dad runs like one of the banks in town. And his dad has just built like a really good legacy, right? But it doesn't look like that on paper. On paper, it looks like he's going broke, and it looks like he's a fool's errand. But if you know his dad, you're like, no, that's just a good man. So he decides to not go to college and takes over the family business. And his little brother is supposed to go to college and come back, take over the business so he can go to college and then tour the world. That's his thing that he does. He gets a big suitcase, all this stuff. And obviously, like his brother comes back from college, he's married, he's gonna go take this job. Then the war breaks out, World War II, that is, and his brother's getting the Medal of Honor. Like basically, he's staying back in time to hold down society in his little town while his brother's doing all these big things. And like it catches up to him, and he talks. Just shows at one point he's so far in debt, like his cousin or his uncle who works at the business is going to bring some money to the bank because he has to pay like the protagonist of the story or the antagonist. I always get this confused. You English majors would eat me alive. But the bad guy of the story, basically he owes him money because he's on a loan for his business. So he goes to pay it, but his uncle misplaced the money. And when he does, this means he's got to go to jail because now he has like financial fraud. So the story continues, and he's figuring this out, and he's mad at his uncle, and he basically decides he's going to commit suicide. Like in the book or in the film, he literally says, "I'm worth more dead than I am alive." So he's getting ready to jump over the bridge and commit suicide when an angel appears, and his name is Lawrence. And you're going to hear Lawrence in this next song. I'm about to tie it all up for you. But I don't know if you've heard the cheeky saying, like when a bell rings, an angel earns his wings. Well, Lawrence is an angel without wings, and he's trying to earn his wings. Oh, sweet. So he's trying to earn his wings, right? And so he gets assigned George Bailey, and George Bailey, he's in this world of like I'm basically wasting my life away, and it'd be better if I didn't exist. So Lawrence gives him a gift on Christmas, and his gift is he gets to see what life is like without him. So, Lawrence is taking him around. He goes to his favorite bar. Everyone in the bar is just pissed off. Someone that George Bailey put into a home is homeless, and basically gets peed on, and all this stuff. It goes on and goes to show how much better life is with George Bailey in it. And George Bailey finally comes to his senses, and he realizes, wow, I've got a beautiful family. I do what I love. I serve the community. I'm really living a good life. It's a wonderful life, the name of the film. So he's trying to get back home, and he can't figure out how to get back home. And then I forget what happens, but basically he gets a flashback to his reality, and he gets to see society for what it is. And at the end, dude, it makes me cry every time. It makes me tear up every time I hear it, just talking about it. But at the end, all of his friends in the town bring him the money so he can pay off his debt. And for me, I watch this every year, and it's just a really good mindset of like, one, I'm really big on men's mental health. Like for me, I was in a really low spot where I was suicidal, and music is what saved me. So if I can build a platform and just break that glass ceiling and like and really it's all people, but I target men because I was really hard on myself, and it was hard for me to like say I need help, and it was hard for me to like talk about this stuff. It's still kind of heavy, but it's my life, and I'm trying to make it something beautiful. And when I watch George Bailey, I'm just remembered of like it's okay to say like we don't have it figured out, but it's okay to be human. And life is better with us in it than without it, especially if you're a good person. And if you're good, you do. You know better than anybody else if you're a good person. So it's a wonderful movie. So I wrote this song for George Bailey. So I named it "Thank You, George," and I hope that this song tells you that story that I just told you. This is "Thank You, George."
Shut up! Cut it out! You're crazy. That's what I think. You're screwy. You're driving me crazy too. I'm seeing things here. I'm going home and see my wife and family. You understand that? And I'm going home alone. You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
I tell my wife that all the time. I'm so cheesy in my love life.
It's a good face. I like it. I like George Bailey.
George Bailey, I'll love you till the day I die.
Isn't that so cute? I love it. Boy, you can put a ribbon on that one. You can put a bow on it. That's so cute. Yeah, that's my tribute to George Bailey. George Bailey teaches me a lot about life. And every time I watch that movie, I always take something away. So even though I told you the story of It's a Wonderful Life, please watch it. And then when you watch it, I want you to listen to that song. And that's just my tip of the hat to George Bailey. But George Bailey, let me figure out his name. And I'm gonna tell you the story because I actually know his story. Actor, I just forget his name. George Bailey. James Stewart. James Stewart is actually a World War II veteran. And what's interesting about James Stewart is he was actually famous before the war. When the war kicked off, I think he wanted to join, is it the Army or the Air Force? He was a pilot. But the problem is that the Air Force, I'm pretty sure it's the Army, because this is like before the Air Force was the Air Force. I think they were like Air Corps Guard or some shit. I don't know. I'm a Marine, not a, I only worry about the tip of the spear. No, I'm just teasing. But he was in the Air Force and he was a pilot, and the Air Force was just using him to basically raise war bonds. So he felt like the war was going on and he wasn't doing his part. So he finally told his commanding officers, like, I want to serve overseas. I don't just want to be the pony boy for the war effort. So they honored his wishes. They sent him out to a unit, and he, no shit, flew for one of the most, like, killed units. There's a lot of missions where it was only him and a handful of people that came back. and they had I encourage you to watch his story. I only know this because there was like a YouTube video I watched, but he there was this concept in World War One. You had shell shock, and World War Two you had flak shock. So they said he had which is basically all PTSD. But whenever he came back from the war, he was silent, and he like didn't cope well, and just really had his run of it in life. And his big break was George Bailey, and George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life, and what a flippin' role he played in that film. So I seriously, if you don't get anything else from this live stream, I hope it's just to go watch It's a Wonderful Life, because it is. It's a wonderful life. Always. What else? I feel like we should listen to them all. I don't know. I kind of digging this and telling you about it, about how it came up. What do we do? Do I play guitar? Do I go to bed? I don't know. My wife's not here. Right? And then what a parallel it is for him to affect someone who's also a veteran later on in life. Like, it's just a great movie, man. It is artistry. It is just so inspiring. And his life changed because of that movie. So how ironic. I think irony is what you're looking at. Yeah, but I think that's life, man. I feel like if you're really tuned in and you're not just an NPC, life has a lot of irony in it. You just got to see it. There's a quote. Man, I'm a big reader, but I have the Steve Jobs book. I'm kind of a Steve Jobs fan, but he's kind of an asshole, so I'm not at the same time. But one quote he said that I love is, "It's impossible to connect the dots looking forward. It's always when you're looking back." Bro, what are we even talking about tonight? We're talking about some crazy shit, deep life stuff. This is my love language. If you don't know me and you watch this live stream, you're like, man, this guy's weird. You wouldn't be wrong. I think about this stuff a lot. It's probably why I'm riddled with anxiety. Just time's an illusion, bro. I got some listening. I'll play you one more song and then I'll probably play some guitar or something. I don't know. Oh, sorry, boss. I didn't know that was your eye, son. It's like the great Christopher Lee. He used experience World War II to make some. Oh yeah, man. For real. He's great. At least you get my sense of humor. All right, we'll listen to another one. This song's called A Hero's Journey. The story behind this one, it's a short song. It's only about a minute. But the idea for this song is, let me look up the actual word for authenticity's sake, because I did it when I did homework. Chinese equal to samurai. I can't spell samurai. No, there was a word. Hold on, I'm trying to look at the word of this so I can stay. Oh, where is it? The Kin and Han, organized professional systems, the armies. Anyways, I can't find the word. I found the word at some point in my extensive I geeked out about this song. So this song took me, it's only a minute long. It took me 30 hours to write this song. It took me about 30, probably more than that, about 35 hours to finish the song for 1 minute. 1 minute. This song, Professor Woodring, he challenged me, and I took him up on it, and it was a challenge. Yeah, you can see I've done my homework here. So it's called A Hero's Journey. And the idea is, I want you to imagine that you're a Chinese warrior, and you were in your local village, and you had like a battle recently that was of significance to your village, and you did a great job. No one died. No one, you're able to resolve the thing. Everybody got what they needed, right? And my question is imagine that we're doing like a fine dining for them, right? Like we're going to put on a feast for them. What music is being played while they walk in before they take their seats? That's the type of music I try to write. And that's why I call it A Hero's Journey, because I imagine them like walking from like this big open thing to the palace. They're walking in, they're getting ready to go into like this big palace room. They're getting ready to go eat. That's where I was when I wrote this song. Now, what took so long to write this song is my professor challenged me to say, hey, instead of writing chords, because as a guitar player, I write chords, then I write melody to connect my harmony, right? Harmony-driven melody. He said, I hear that in your writing. What I want to encourage you to do is write a melody first, and then harmonize it 3 different ways. Then choose your favorite. I was like, bet. I got time. I'll do it. Dude, it took me 30 hours because it threw me off. It threw me off. I was so lost in the sauce of how to approach it. So I did a lot of research because at first I was going to do like a Renaissance fair thing. And then I was like, oh, I'll do Japanese. And then I don't know how I got to China, but I'm in China. And I researched the equivalent of a samurai. Like, what was that Chinese elite warrior? Found his name. And then I looked up where kind of Zen Buddhism formed. And I got the village name. And then I just created, that's where these people are from. That's where these heroes are from. And they just got back from that story. So I had to like make this whole world in my head. And I never forget, I was just sitting here. And then it just came to me. And I was like, oh, that's so simple. And I was really mad. Because it took me about 16 hours to find a melody. Everything else is about 14 hours of work. Just to get everything just right. Getting all the levels of what I've been studying. I'm studying a book. Yeah, well, this was a new jam. I actually listened to a podcast about someone talking about Brandon Anderson does YouTube videos talking about world building. You can listen to him for free on YouTube. But anyways, I'll play that song. It's called A Hero's Journey. This is what it sounds like in my head. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That means I hit it. I hit it. I hit my target. Yeah. Man, this has been so much fun. Bro, I got to make some content doing this. Like, if you're enjoying this, I'm enjoying this. This means more people would enjoy me telling the story of these songs. Because they all got stories. Man, I got to tell you some more, man. I got to tell you some more. I know what else is in here. It's just us two. And if y'all are enjoying it, then that's what we're going to do. Then I'll probably go to bed. We should all go to bed at that point. All right. I played The Ritual. I did do 2 covers. I included 2 covers. If you want to hear them, let me know. Otherwise, I'll tell you about the last song I composed. So, I did a Game of Thrones cover and I did a Lord of the Rings cover. They're included. So I can talk about either of those. The Game of Thrones one was actually kind of fun. I guess I can talk about that and play it. This one's not so polished. This is when I was like starting to find my way with recordings, and you'll hear it, or at least I hear it because I'm hyper aware of it. But it's the Game of Thrones thing. Our professor gave us some like creative challenges, and he was giving really good feedback, and he made me rewrite the song like 4 times. And I remember me thinking that when I finished this song, it's like, I don't care if it's good or not. It hits the requirements, and I'm tired of working on this track. And when I'm in that headspace, this is kind of what happens of it. Like, it's still an enjoyable track. It's not just like a complete mess, but it's not as polished and refined as my other work. And I think that makes me like it because, like, I'm having the confidence to just put music out versus staying in my head. Like, that's the most expensive place these songs can live because it's not doing anything for me. So I'm like, fuck it. It doesn't have to be perfect. No one knows me. I'm not Drake. I can afford to make mistakes and put this stuff out. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Yeah, well, I hope you get in the same headspace. Artistry's so weird, man. It's so weird. And the thing is, like, when you start playing the algorithm game, like, I'm just not trying to be a one-hit wonder. I'm trying to be a prince. And the other thing, too, with my social media, like, the way I think about it is, like, I'm not creating, I'm documenting. That's my content in a nutshell. I don't create, I document. I'm not going to make something brand new. I'm going to show you how I'm doing things. And then, yeah, hopefully that'll change. But I'm at least at the part now where, like, documenting is still more viable of an option than creating because I don't have my chops to create. So I'm going to lean all in on documenting because documenting is easy. But it's not the content that people buy into. I think it's a content creator. Like, I genuinely believe the reason why Tyler and I are friends is because of the human being I am. I genuinely believe that Blood Moon YouTube is following me now because of the person I am. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's just lean into it. Let's just see what happens. I got nothing else to lose. What else would I be doing? Sitting here with my thumb up my ass thinking I'd love a career in music? No, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta be Wu Wei. I gotta be in the moment, and I just gotta go with the rhythm and see where it takes me. And I'd much rather be moving in the current than sitting on the side of the stream wishing I was in it. But anyways, here's my Game of Thrones cover. This is not so polished, Damion, but maybe you'll still love it. Maybe you don't hear what I hear. Yeah, that's the energy I vibe with. Oh, thanks. You're just... Yeah, I think you're right. That's niche, dog. Content ideas for you too, homie. This is a 3 against 2 rhythm, polyrhythm. Damn, that's kind of hype, dog. I don't know why I'm so judgmental of my own music. When Blood Moon said it, I was starting to hear what you heard, Blood Moon. And I was like, damn, bro. I was so why are we so judgmental of our own work, bro? Yeah, let's do it. Done. Especially like the way my brain works, I'm trying to get paid. I'll help you figure it out if you don't know, and hopefully you teach me something. But I'm all about like figuring out how to make a living as a creative because I love this shit too much to do anything else. So I'm like, I gotta figure it out. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. So if you could check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Damion Andy, that'd be really great. It's $5 a month. You can also sign up for VIPs, $40 a month. We do a lot of fun stuff over there. It's just a good time. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, when he gave us the assignment, I basically wanted to avoid what Blood Moon said. And this was like one of my first times actually doing a cover and spending a lot of time in it. I guess the first one was Ain't No Sunshine, but we will never hear that. I think I deleted it because I had to sing it. And on some stuff, I'll sing it loud, proud, and dead wrong. Bill Withers is just my man. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see my cover photo is Keep It Groovy. I had a dream where I met Bill Withers and his band. Dreamworld, right? I can't explain this. But all I remember is I flew into the Atlanta airport, and him and his band picked me up in this limousine. Or it's not a limousine, it's kind of like a Cadillac, and the roof was down. And we were just chilling, And I remember I asked him. It's so funny how you remember some dreams and you can't remember the one you had last night. But I remember I asked him, I was like, Bill, what songwriting advice do you have? I was like, I love your music. I don't think you've ever done anything wrong. And he had a career late in life. I'm like, what advice would you give to younger self? And he goes, man, stop thinking about all that. Keep it groovy, baby. And that's been my tagline for life. So anytime I write a song, I'm like, can I just keep it groovy? Because I remember my dream. You know how dreams are like so vivid? In my dream, he said it like the coolest motherfucker I've ever heard. I was like, damn, I gotta keep it groovy. I gotta keep it groovy. So Bill Withers is like a big influence on me, man. Maybe I should write a song for Bill. I should like do my own version of "I Ain't No Sunshine." Anyways, sick. What's another song we did? Man, we went over all the cool ones. This next one's called "The Great Eye Ritual." It's just the orchestration. I gotta put it in there as like a flex, I guess. Damn, that's the best compliment. Damn. Why you make me blush like that, fool? Dang. He didn't even buy me dinner and made me blush like this. Holy shit. But yeah, that's a cover of one of my dream composers. He's so good. That's Howard Shore, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a cover. But that's a virtual instrument. I was thinking of my buddy. I was in high school band this one time at band camp. I met my wife. That's a true story. uh, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we had a friend named Andy Poon. Andrew, what was his last name? Inman. Andrew Inman. We called him Andy Poon, and he was probably the best French horn player I've ever heard in my life, still to this day. And especially on mellophone, bro. That motherfucker could rip on a mellophone in high school. Can't imagine maybe if he did it all the time. But anyways, when I was doing this cover, this is my first time doing like MIDI articulations. So doing things like velocity control, learning how to use the expression wheel. This is when MIDI really started presenting itself to me. So I was trying to control the dynamics of like my buddy Andy Poon, who again is like the best French horn player I know. So that's what's kind of significant about this. Man, I'll play the last track, and then these are all the songs. You still got to go listen to them on Spotify though, and like or Apple Music, and support your boy. I'd appreciate it. But it's been fun doing a listening party and talking about all of these songs. This last song, it's great timing. This last song is called 11 Years. And this is a song I wrote for my wife. My wife and I, April 12th, we celebrated 11 years of marriage. And I am really fortunate in life that I'm married to my best friend who's also like my biggest supporter, my biggest cheerleader. And marriage ain't always been easy. I'll say that. It's a point in time where we really had to work. We really had to work. And we pushed through it. And now it's just like, what a friendship I have in my wife. Seriously. I hope all of you guys, if you're single, I hope you find the partner that fits in your life like my wife fits in mine. And those that are married, I hope your wife does the same. Listen, I'm cheesy in my love life. I've already told you. I don't know what else to expect. I'm so corny with it, but I don't care. I love my wife. And I'll say it. It ain't a shame to me. Like my buddy wanted me to go out tonight and go bar hopping. I was like, bro, I don't got my best friend with me. I'd much rather just go like take an edible and like drink some beers at my house and play music or hang out with my friends. So that's who I am. Anyways, hell yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you're able to maintain that friendship, at least. What a gift it is to have a good friend, right? I'm fortunate. I have really good friends. Tyler, you're on that list. Nerdy ass. No, I was kidding. Uh, Tyler, I haven't met you in person, but I feel like I can't wait till we get a beer together, homie. It's gonna be a good day. And I feel that way with so many people, man. It's crazy. There's so many good people in the world. Don't lose hope. But I wrote the song for our 11-year anniversary. I played it to I made a short or a reel, depending where you're at. You can watch it. It's actually published here on YouTube. Oh, let me see. I'll get a link because I get real gushy when I see it. Let me see. Let's go to shorts. Oh, how do I share this? Maybe it's just this link. Let's see. All right, you can watch it here. If you watch it here, you'll give me like 1 cent, so I'd appreciate it. Watch it there too. But check it out. I'm just gonna watch the video because it's cute. Damn, I'm too cute. That just got me gushing, bro. Yeah, I think it did. I didn't get your last message. I ain't afraid to call you out on it. That's why we're friends, homie. Man, I don't know what to do. I kind of feel like I should go to bed, but I feel like I got a song or two left in me. We'll see if this thing works. Anyways, here's Wonderwall. Yeah, but see, the greatest thing is, what's up, Brian? We're just hanging out. The greatest thing, Blood Moon, is that we have YouTube, so it really doesn't matter where you're at. Look, I hope you're laying down in your bed with like some comfy ass pajamas and like maybe like some ice cream, and you're just having a conversation with someone you just started watching tonight. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Don't I mean, the thing is, one of these days, if enough of you guys come around and keep supporting me the way that you're doing right now, and the way that you guys are just like all in, it ain't gonna be long until I can afford to come visit you. And then I'm 100% gonna make a tour and come see all my friends. This is just how this works. This is how this works. You know what I'm saying? That sounds really clean. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can. Ideally, I just don't know if I could probably afford that, and that'd probably be like it. So I'm just kind of putting a lot of money in my gear right now, and I'm about on a budget. Just to be perfectly honest, I'm affording my dream, not by much, but this is all I do. You live in Livonia, Georgia. Um, I live in Columbia, South Carolina, so you're not far. Am I Christian? No. I don't know if that's a deal breaker. No. I'll say if anything, I'm probably more pagan than anything. Yeah. Paganism's my shit. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm an earthling. I love my earth. I'm just a hippie. Why? Well, I mean, I could talk about it. I don't mind talking politics or religion because I think life is more fun when there's symbols versus being told what to believe. Because if you believe in symbols, then you give those symbols power. And if you read into paganism, well, there's two veins. You can be like most of the Christians I grew up with, which I would classify as what's called mythical literalist, which means that they take everything they read from any major work as the truth. Um, I don't believe that way. I believe in analogies. It's just like songwriting. All this stuff, like I've told you stories and I've told you analogies that if you listen to these analogies, they'll make you a greater person. I believe they'll make you a better person, but that doesn't mean that they're the truth. And I was raised where my family was divided between my mom was kind of an atheist, my grandfather is a Jehovah's Witness, and my dad was a Southern Baptist, crazy Southern Baptist. And I don't have a relationship with any of them except for my grandfather, who's a Jehovah's Witness, oddly enough. And they think that pagans are just like, they don't celebrate any holidays. So we're like literally on both sides of the spectrum, where we're both well founded in our beliefs, and we both have a great relationship. I mean, he's the dad I never had. It continues to be a dad. But I would say for me, if you're interested, read a bunch of different books. When I was in the Marine Corps, I kind of went on this like spiritual quest, and I'm comfortable talking about it because I'm not saying I got it figured out, but I believe what I believe, and I can talk to it, and I don't want to convince anybody else. I want everybody else to be on their walk, and it's just like wherever you are on that walk, that's just where you are, and that's okay. You don't have to be anywhere, dog. You just got to be there, Damn, that's the fucking Zen in me, baby. Look at that coming out. I've been studying lately. Yeah, no, you should read all the books. Read the Quran. I'll tell you this. I became a Master Mason. I'm a 3rd degree Master Mason. I can sit in any lodge in the world. And while I can't tell you all the secrets of Masonry, one of the teachings they taught that stuck with me is at the beginning of the time, there was only one mirror by which man viewed himself upon. We all looked in it. We all saw the guy in the mirror, right? And it's like, as we continue to grow and become more sophisticated, that mirror rocks. And just as the story of Babel, which if you read the Bible, you know the story of Babel, same thing happened with religion. And then all of a sudden, the mirror falls, right? It shatters all across the floor. And I believe some people looked it up and said, oh yeah, I'm Catholic. Oh yeah, I'm Protestant. I'm Calvin. I'm Islam. I'm a Jew. I'm Buddhist. I follow Zen. I'm a pagan. All of these things really stem from the same thing. If you really understand God and you really see God, you see God in all things. And it's so funny because it's written in plain sight in all the major books. You read the Bible, you read the Quran, they all said the same thing. The truth is there. Like I read a philosophy book that really helped me shape this into like a way to containerize it and really make sense of it. And it's called The Republic by Plato, of all authors, I guess. But he talks about trying to find the essence of things, the good, as he says it, or the truth. And I think the only way to know God is to know yourself, because after all, we're created in the image of God. But the thing is that I think that religion is kind of like sunglasses. Ray-Bans aren't better than Oakleys. Oakleys aren't better than Costa Del Mar. As much as their advertisement will let you think, I think it just depends which lens you prefer. Which frame do you like to view the world at? And if that frame works for you, then don't try to tell me that Oakleys are the superior brand over Ray-Bans. It's like, it's just what works for you. But I think the important thing in life is to like just learn how to connect with people, and even if we see differently, learn how to see how we view things the same, and realize that like we're not that much different from each other. We all have the same wants, the same desires. We all, at least with the people I align myself with, we aren't bad. We're good people. And just surround yourself by people who inspire you to make you a better person. And if anybody tells you what to believe, try to believe the opposite and go that way and see where it takes you. Because worst case, you turn right back around and be like, you know what, you're right. You're absolutely right. Then you're well founded in your beliefs. So I know it's a long answer to your question, Brian, but I'm a serious guy. I don't know what to tell you. I think a lot. I think more than I probably should. By the way, you play basketball and football, flag football. I mean, what do you want me to do? Roast you? You did it yourself. Basically just spicy atheism, just not as hardcore as it sounds. No, I would say just spiritual, dog. Like in this next album I'm writing right now, I don't know if you listen to Alan Watts. I listen to Alan Watts every night before I go to bed. He is now in the public domain. I'm pretty sure he is. So I'm going to be using a lot of his. I listen to a lot of his. I listen to a lot of his lectures. Anyways, this next record I got coming out, I'm gonna be using it. I do have tarot cards. I use tarot cards. I don't have a crystal ball, but I wear a crystal. I don't know. That's just so funny. Yeah, I guess I'm too much of a witch for you, dog. That's fine, Jake. You're one of 8 billion people on this earth. I'm not trying to be Taylor Swift. I'm just trying to write really chill music to help you relax. Yeah. I don't know. If you want to know how I view the world, you should read this book called Zen Guitar by Philip Pseudo. And that's basically how I view the world through music. Like for me, like man, dude, we're getting deep. Blood Moon and Tyler's like, man, this motherfucker's crazy. That's true, I am crazy. But your wife knows this. Man, if you weren't in the conversation, that sounds bad. But anyways, here's Wonderwall. I don't know, man. Zen guitar, like, yeah, dude. Stand-up comedian is my backup plan, I guess. But for me, like, music is spiritual. It really is, all the way through. That's how I found God. I know Tyler, you and I were talking about it earlier about mental health, but for me, like, I really found God behind a guitar. And while I may not call my God the Christian God, he's definitely the God. And if you have found God yourself, I believe we're talking to the same guy, whatever you want to call him. I just really feel like, I know it's weird and woo-woo, but it's just my reality. This is where I feel the most comfortable. It's where I feel like I get to do my highest calling in life. And I really believe that. So if that makes me crazy, then I'm crazy, because I'm here, I'm doing it, you know? You guys are proof of it. There's at least 5 of you in here. So if there's 5, if there's 1, there's more. They're like cockroaches, you know? I'm just kidding. Scorpions. Down, down, out, down, out. Oh, how would that go? No, I don't know any Scorpions. But his brother, what's his brother in? Let me see what other presets I have that have vocals on it. Oh, it's kind of that same vein sound. I don't know how it goes. Well, that's the idea. Just hold on loosely. That was Owner of a Lonely Heart. I mean, fuck it, dude. I can play some. I should probably go to bed. I should probably do another stream. The 70s rock is my shit. Like, all that arena rock. That's what taught me how to play guitar, man. What's another good? Oh, do you know Molly Hatchet? Yeah, I love Southern rock. Georgia. No, I never heard of them. You know any Chattahoochee? Any Delta style? I think Delta's just like. You do like Texas style, it'd be like this, like hold on. Oh, I missed the turnaround. Hold on, I'll get it. I used to live in Louisiana. Zydeco, you talking about? Oh, you don't know what you've asked for now. You're probably about to ruin any chance of me being able to monetize this video. That's alright, baby. I have no idea what key this is in. They tune sharp. Seems like everybody wants to rap or do R&B, yeah. This is a vinyl to digital. It's tuned in like semitones, so we're just gonna enjoy it together because I can't play it in tune. That's the end. There you go. I tuned my G string up sharp to play in pitch earlier. Oh, thanks, homie. I appreciate you. All right, let me play some stuff that I'm practicing, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But I'll play guitar all night. I literally, and my wife's not here to stop me, so it's like, play guitar until 2 in the morning. Bet. Say less. This next song is called. I'm like playing my way through it, so again, don't expect perfect. And this stuff is hard. Puddle by Chon. Chon. All right, got everything set up. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, my hands gotta move quick, boy. that's Chon. Name of that song is called Puddle. Crazy. I kind of want to learn Bubble Dream. I don't know who that is. I need to go to bed, y'all. I need to go drink some water. Otherwise, I'll sit here, drink beer, and play guitar all night. It's my, oh, we played with Albert? I'll have to. That has nothing to do with Albert King. Yeah, I need to make me some tea. Oh! Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm on a Rooibos kick. And then I'm drinking mushroom coffee. It's interesting. That's all I gotta say. I'm sampling mud water right now. And it tastes about like that. A little bit of mud water. But it's good for my stomach. So I've been drinking it. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I know it's pretty late. Yeah, it's mushroom coffee. It makes you have psychedelic experience. No, I'm just kidding. This one's called mud water. There's a couple out there. Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's literally about what it is. It's really good for your stomach health. I've noticed it in my stomach health. I've noticed my like stomach gut going down, and I don't know. It helps me out. I bloat all the time, so it'll probably help me with my stomach bloating in the morning. Anytime I drink alcohol, my stomach bloats, but it's a good bloat. That's what I told myself at least. But hey, thanks for hanging out. Peanut, I don't know if you saw, but I got music coming out next week. Make sure that you follow me on Spotify. There's a link here. I'll share this link and then I'm gone. But I really do appreciate everybody hanging out. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. I got to write a couple of papers. Oh, I'm getting dinner tomorrow. My mother-in-law and my wife. And hey, have a great day. Thanks so much. Ciao.